I was a dairy farmer. I was looking to diversify the farm. In January of this year, I met Rebecca, Farmers for Stock Free. So since then, Rebecca's been my right-hand man, so to speak. In September, I will officially become organic with the Soil Association, and then I am qualified to then start the Biocyclic Vegan Standard Transition Plan. It allows a 2-year period to wind down my livestock. I only have a small number of beef animals left, which I'm planning to do. And then I've got a 5-year grace period of allowing some of my forage sales as cash cropping. So that will help support the transition to cereal enterprise.
Laurence, how many cows do you have left?
I have approximately 40.
Are they breeding still?
No, they're stalls.
They're stalls.
They're castrated.
Okay, and so, good. Have you been having conversations with sanctuaries about the animals?
No, this is the other assumption, that vegans assume that farmers can afford to donate their animals to a sanctuary. Unfortunately, I'm not in that situation. Well, I know Rebecca feels strongly on this one. We just can't afford to do it. We've got our bills to pay. If I go and donate my animals to a sanctuary, which I probably could, I'd get blacklisted by my bank.
I'm glad you're bringing this up, because vegans jumped my butt when I first went vocal about buying my husband's cows. He owned the herd, he owned the land, and there was no way he could even think about anything else. We're going to get a divorce, and he was going to sell the herd, and we were going to get out of business. Now, he will tell you today, he said, man, if I had it to do over again, I would have just given you those cows. I had to go live. I had to go public and raise the money to buy his then 30 cows from him to start a sanctuary. Because what happened to me, I personally could not see those animals go into the food system. They had become like my dogs and cats. I started seeing them through a different pair of glasses. So I was motivated with everything in me to figure out what I had to do to save them cows. Because my husband would have just sold them all. And we wouldn't be having this conversation, frankly, had I done that. We wouldn't have the Rancher Advocacy Program had I done that. And my husband now says boldly, I wished I would have just given them to you. Yeah.
When you ask a farmer to give up their herd, you're asking them to give up, 3 years' salary or their checking and savings account at the same time. It's a lot of money to raise, and then to support the sanctuary that takes them. And you know what that struggle's about, Renee.
Well, people maybe can have a little bit more compassion now for what my husband had to do. It was freaking hard to do what we did. It put us through all kind of misery, so I understand completely.
Renee, I do understand where you're coming from. I admire you. But in the US, things are different. You have my complete admiration.
That's why we're trying to create this grant program. It is exactly for farmers like Laurence that could use grant money to cover those cows so that he can get out from under and move on with his new non-animal production.